Today, I'm sharing my top 5 stress management tips for moms who want to de stress and stay focused when everything around you is going crazy. So, if you can relate, keep watching because we're going to get into it today. So, I am recording this right in the middle of all of the holiday craziness. And so this video was definitely it's definitely near and dear to my heart because these are the strategies that I'm using literally right now to just kind of stay afloat. But these strategies are great any time of the year because there are always going to be like stressors and things are always going to be just like a little wonky. So I felt like this would be really, really helpful. So let's get into it. Okay, so number one, you want to write everything down. Write it down. So especially if you work from home, you may have this a lot where, you have an idea that pops into your head, or you're at the end of a working session, but you can't stop working because it's like one more thing and one more thing and one more thing. So write it down. Use the note section in your phone. Maybe you keep a notebook by your bed, whatever you use. Write all of your ideas down. Write all of your thoughts down that you don't want to forget. So then you can stop obsessing over them and move on. Just write it down, and then that way you won't forget it. You can come back to it when you need to. That's the first tip. Number two, develop a flexible routine. And flexible is in parentheses because, develop a routine, right? That gives you a sense of predictability. You know what to expect every single day. And then that just kind of, you know what your day is going to look like, makes things a little bit easier for you. But the caveat to that is you want to still be flexible, especially if you're like me and your kids are little. I have a 5, a 3, and a 1 year old. And so sometimes we just have to switch things up. If the 1 year old didn't sleep very well through the night, the 5 year old's bouncing off the walls, the 3 year old wants extra mommy time. So sometimes we just have to switch things up. So develop a routine, but the asterisk at the end of that is also be flexible and know when to switch it up when needed. Because if you just kind of stick to this like rigid A, B, C, D, E, real life does not happen like that, right? And I think you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to like, oh, I got to get back. I got to get back. So you want to have, a set of things to expect every single day, but just keep in mind, if things veer off a little bit, that's okay too. Number three, make a plan. So, if you have a really big project at work coming up, or a big project at home, like you got to clean out the garage or whatever it is, you have a big project in your business, you want to launch a business, the first thing you want to do, the main thing you want to do is to make a plan. When I have something really big coming up that's like stressing me out and you're like thinking about it over and over and over again, take a minute, jot down like a loose outline, a plan of attack. You can always, flesh it out later, but just so that you feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing. It's not like this big, huge, like elephant in the room just staring me down every single day and I'm like freaked out over it. You want to make some sort of loose plan so what your first steps are in attacking whatever this big event is. Back when I had a boutique in the boutique world, everyone used to always say, what is it? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So basically, just take whatever this big task is, just take it one bite at a time, break it down to small steps and figure it out and just kind of go from there. Organize your to-do list. So we probably already all have a to-do list, right? You have a list in your phone, you have a list in your planner, whatever it is of all the things that you need to get done today. But do you prioritize that to-do list? So, what that means is you want to you want to take a hard look at your to-do list, right? And prioritize the things that absolutely have to get done today. Like if these things don't get done today, like, all hell's going to break loose. Those are the things that you want to prioritize. So you may like put a little star by those or whatever. And then there are things that like, okay, these need to be done in the next like 3 or 4 days, right? And then there are things that are like, okay, this is just something that I need to get to when I don't have anything else to do, right? So organize your to-do list so that when you do sit down to, for me, I have these a lot for my business so that when I do sit down to work, I immediately know what I am working on. So your to-do list may be a little bit different, but the main idea is that you want to take a hard look at the things that absolutely have to get done right that day. And so you want to make sure you're taking care of those things and not, wasting time and energy, especially if you have like a limited amount of time. You don't want to waste it on like, I can't think of something that's like completely inconsequential. I don't know. Fluffing the pillows or something. I don't know. Lastly, you want to log off. This is okay. So, truth moment. This is the one that I have the most trouble with because my job is social media, number one, right? Like I'm on Instagram for the blog, I'm on Facebook, all of that good stuff. So I have a good excuse, but I do tend to spend a little bit too much time on social media. And if you're watching this, you might too. So, log off every once in a while, right? Maybe at the end of the day, you just say, okay, past this certain time, I'm going to put my phone up. I'm going to go spend time with my family. I'm going to do whatever, maybe when you get on Facebook, you set yourself a timer. So when 15 minutes goes by, so that to avoid the time suck, 15 minutes goes off, your 15-minute timer goes off and you're out of there. The other thing that I think about social media and that I think we've all known this for a while, but I think this year especially, or in the last couple of months especially, it's been made kind of abundantly clear. Social media is not only a time suck, but it can make you feel really bad about yourself. It can make you feel stressed, So this video is all about, de-stressing, right? And so I think sometimes just kind of stepping away from the never-ending scroll, stepping away from that can actually kind of help you feel a lot better and go through your day with, a more clear mindset. So just something to keep in mind. So, those are my tips for moms who want to stay focused and stress-free, mostly stress-free. If you found this video helpful, I do have a blog post on the same topic that goes into a little bit more detail. It includes specific strategies to try. So if you want to check that out, just head to the description box. And if you've made it this far, I know that you're my tribe. And so I want to invite you to meet me on Instagram. My handle is itsbrittany24. So come on over and let's chat. I talk about motherhood and self-care. My blog is really all about trying to encourage other moms and myself to pour into yourself, to love on yourself, and to prioritize yourself in order to be a better mom and partner to your family. You cannot take care of others without first taking care of yourself. And so, you can just kind of consider me as your little reminder and encouragement to, put yourself first. It's okay. So if all of that interests you, come and check me out on Instagram. You can check out my Instagram, by the way, it's Brittany24. You can check out my blog, alldaybrittany.com. I'll drop all the links in the description box. And consider subscribing to this channel and let me know what you thought of this video. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.